Hello, and welcome to English 594 Online. My name is Dr. Bailey, and I'm your instructor for this course. The goal of this brief introduction lecture is to let you know a little bit about myself, go over a course overview with you, and give you some information on how to be successful in this course. So first, a little about myself. I do have my doctorate. My name is Dr. Bailey. My first name is Stacy, and you are welcome to use it. We are all practicing professionals, and I want to create an environment where we are learning from the reading, from me, and from each other. Sometimes I feel like formalities can stand in the way of learning in situations like that, so please feel free to call me Stacy and address me as such in email as well. While I am teaching this graduate level course to you right now, I have also previously taught middle school and high school English and spent the last 6 years training undergraduate English education teacher candidates at UNC. My doctorate is also in educational psychology, so suffice it to say, I sort of eat, live, and breathe education. Now for a brief overview of the course. I'll move on to your syllabus and look at objectives. Then we'll move over to Canvas, and then we'll look at your calendar. Your syllabus for this course, the one that I emailed out to you the other day, is here. While the catalog description is preparing teachers to offer dual credit college level composition to high school students, the description of the course is a little bit more important than that. This will be a different type of course than you've ever taught before. You'll be in your same classroom, many of you even with the same students that you've taught before. However, this isn't a class where we're preparing kids for answering questions on Park and CMAS. This isn't a class where we're preparing kids for the AP exam. It's not a class where we're having them write essays for their English teacher. This course offers your students the opportunity to earn college credit in high school, which is really exciting for a lot of students, financially speaking. They can earn credit for English 122 and or 123 once you are licensed to teach this dual credit course. But more than that, your students will hop over English 122 and 123 at the college level and move directly into 200 and 300 level classes, sometimes directly in the major. The professors at those courses are going to have certain expectations of the skills of those students. So the objectives for this course don't come from the Colorado Academic Standards. Instead, they come from things like the NCTE framework for 21st century curriculum and assessment. This is one of your first readings, so don't worry about reading what I'm doing right now. I just want to give you an overview. The context for this literacy framework comes in the form of some larger standards like this. We need to help our students develop proficiency and fluency with tools of technology, build intentional cross-cultural connections and relationships, design and share information for global communities to meet a variety of purposes, manage, analyze, and synthesize multiple streams of simultaneous information, etc., etc. Even though this is an ENG course you're taking right now, and even though you will be teaching an ENG course, please don't mistake the fact that this is not like any ENG course you've ever taught. That being said, let's check out Canvas and look at a few of your assignments and discussion board posts in there to give you a brief overview. So here's your Canvas site right here for this particular class, English 594, and just a brief note about navigation. I built this course based on modules, and so when all else fails, click the modules link right here, and the information has been put in here sequentially so that you can move through each piece, whether it's a reading, a discussion board post, or an assignment. Okay? Each module is built to a topic that corresponds in your calendar, and I'll walk you through that. Okay? You'll see links with information that you need to click on and read, discussion board posts that you need to post original replies and be commenting to each other, and then assignments. Big difference between discussion board posts and assignments are that assignments are for my eyes only. When you submit those, I will grade them and I will give you feedback on them. Discussion board posts are critical because they take the place of classroom discussion. Like I said in the beginning, we are a bunch of practicing professionals and we need to be learning from each other as well. Discussion board posts are your opportunity to put information out there, to play with it a little bit, to share your thinking, and to learn from the thinking of others. Let's go ahead and look at your calendar to give you an overview of what that looks like, how to read that calendar, due dates, topics, etc. Here's your calendar. It's posted in the introduction module for your course. Whoops, sorry. It's like not quite as bad as watching Incredibles 2, where I guess they have that like seizure flash warning thing. Did you guys see that? I took my daughter to see it the other day and I saw that sequence where they like warn everyone you could have seizures. Anyways, side note, I was trying to shrink my frame a little bit. It won't shrink. So here we go. You can look at the word stuff. This is your calendar. Read your calendar in 3 columns. Due dates on the first column, readings in the second column, and what you need to do with those readings in the third column. Also notice that a few rows have information about the topic of what follows. Please don't ignore this because it's not just the topic, but it's the objectives to let you know kind of a big umbrella overview of what you're doing and what you need to be thinking about for that particular topic. Here are the readings you have to do. Here's your discussion board post. Excuse me, here's your information to let you know whether it's a discussion board post or an assignment. Okay. There aren't a ton of assignments for this class. Once you cruise through the calendar, you can see that there are a grand total. Whoops, there I go again. A grand total of 13 assignments for this class. However, assignments 11, 12, and 13 actually scaffold you towards your final. So really, when you think about it, we sort of have a total of 12 assignments for the whole course and 9 discussion board posts. My goal isn't to overwhelm you with work in this course. My goal is to get you to do the reading, to ask you to think about the reading, to make thoughtful posts and have meaningful discussions and responses, but to be open-minded and really be practical and work you towards understanding the difference between teaching high school language arts and teaching in English 122 or 123 class. Ultimately, of course, your final is very practical and very simple. It is submitting your syllabus for English 122 and or English 123. Okay. Now, a little bit more about topics and due dates here. I did not make one topic per week. I didn't want to artificially stretch a topic over a week if it didn't need that long, and I didn't want to artificially shrink a topic if it did need that long. So please pay very close attention to the weeks when information is due and how many topics you'll be processing, okay? Um, I don't have specific due dates on most of the assignments in here. As long as you process them inside of that week that's noted in the left-hand column, that's fine with me. Um, the only thing I want to kind of give you a caveat on here is that with discussion board posts, if you're waiting until Sunday night to make all of your original posts, then you really are robbing your classmates of the opportunity to be able to thoughtfully read and interact. You'll notice that that your discussion board posts are due within the week, and I'm just expecting you guys to be ethical and to make good decisions on posting those early so that people can have an opportunity to read and reply to those, okay? A few times you'll notice that there are assignments that are posted to the assignments section, and then also a few times you'll notice that there are assignments that I want you to post to the assignment section and the discussion board section. Those will still be graded in the assignments category. I will still give you feedback on them. But the reason I have these assignments also posted to the discussion board section is so that we can do that piece of learning from each other again. So please note that some assignments are due to the assignment section, some assignments are due to the assignment section and the discussion board section. Probably a pretty good idea to print this calendar out so that you can cross off pieces as you move through. Okay? For the last part of this lecture, I'm going to walk you through some information on about how to be successful for this course, and what to do when you have questions. All right. First thing to do when you have questions, actually, we're going to hop back over here to Canvas and look at your course introduction module. You'll see this discussion board for Course Cafe. Okay. The Course Cafe is your opportunity to ask questions about the course, assignments, discussion boards, where to access information, all that kind of stuff. And it's your opportunity to get help and feedback from other people. If someone has posted up there that they can't find the link for something that you guys need, or you aren't sure how to post an assignment, post that question in the Course Cafe and help each other out. I will be logging into the Course Cafe at a bare minimum of every other day and will be answering questions. But if you happen to log in there and see that someone has a question that you know you can answer, go ahead and answer it. Okay. Um, the Course Cafe doesn't have any open or close dates on it. It's just a continually open discussion board for you guys to help each other out and for me to help you out with general questions as well. If you have a question about the course, go ahead and go to the Course Cafe first, cruise through it and see if anyone else has asked the exact same question as you. And if not, go ahead and post it there. The second way, of course, to ask information about the course is to send me an email right here, stacy.bailey@unco.edu. Please note there's no E in my first name. Of course, go ahead and email me with questions or concerns, about particular assignments, about your particular information, okay? A lot of times questions can be answered by reading the syllabus. So let me just point you to a few little places, all right? Attendance, even though this is an online course and I don't like quote unquote take attendance, you do have to be logging into Canvas at least a couple times a week to keep pace with this course. It's not exactly self-paced, like I said, as long as you do your are processing your reading assignments and discussion boards within the week that they're posted in the calendar, you're fine. Okay. Due dates are not flexible. It's really important that you keep up with this course. Remember that you're earning 3 graduate level credits inside of 6 weeks. Okay. If you're ditching out of discussion board posts and not participating and not helping your fellow students to learn, that becomes a problem. That being said, I know that life happens. You've got to send me an email and stay in touch with me if something happens that's going to prevent you from doing your work inside of that week. I'm more than happy to help you and work with you, but if you drop off the face of the earth, that's when it gets kind of difficult. Okay? I wish that I didn't have to say things about non-aggressive classroom environments, but in this day and age, there it is. Read it, do your stuff, okay? Discussion board posts are worth 40% of your grade, assignments 40% of your grade, final 20% of your grade. Pretty straightforward there, okay? Beyond the nitty-gritty of reading, thinking about your reading, doing your discussion board posts, doing your assignments, creating your syllabus, it's important to me that you are open-minded in this class. Think about the objectives. Think about what this means for your students. Think about not just having them do a bunch of assignments to earn credit for an English 122 or 123, but helping them develop the skills they need so that they can hop over that class at the university and get into 200 and 300 level courses where their professors are expecting that they understand or that your students understand how to communicate using their writing to authentic audiences inside of their major. Okay. That's the biggest difference between high school courses and college courses. That's what I want you to really be working towards and thinking about throughout this course. Okay. So you let me know if you have any questions or need anything. Otherwise, I'll see you online.